Yo, 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 what is up, my people? This is your boy Venard Scott, the Killer Crane himself. Today, we will be talking about 80s and 90s nostalgia. I'm waiting on a few of my guests to hold on. Okay. I'm waiting for a few of my guests to log on. Not exactly sure what's going on, but as they say, the show must go on. Um, Usually they're here before I'm usually here. So before I start the intro, I am going to wait for these individuals. If they don't show up in a little bit, I will continue on. But anybody who wants to join, the link is in the description. If you can't find the link, let me know. I will gladly message the link to you. If you are on YouTube, check the description of the video. The link is there. If you are on Facebook, of course, you can look at my Killer Crane page. Excuse me. The link is there in the description. We have a very, very fun topic to talk about today. Per everybody's request, we did a poll on Facebook, and looks like you guys wanted us to talk about some more 80s and 90s nostalgia, which I am very, very happy to talk about. I have a lot planned. Excuse me. But this is one of those things where I need participation. So I'm just waiting on some people to join in. So before I even start the intro, gonna wait for some people to come in. I just started it because I always want to start on time. As a matter of fact, I'm a little bit late because I was waiting on some people to show up. But anyway, we're gonna talk about things like we're gonna have a little, how can I say this, a little quiz to where I'm going to play some 80s and 90s theme songs, and you guys are going to guess which song it comes from. And you get 5 points for guessing the show which the theme song comes from. And you're also going to get 10 points if you can guess the rest of the lyrics. It's like 10 seconds left, because usually it's about 30 seconds per theme song or something like that. So you only have to guess the next 10 seconds of the theme song, and you get 10 points. If you have children who want to join, that would actually make it a lot more fun. Put my collar down, make it a lot more fun, because the kids, a lot of times we share these TV shows. Sometimes they watch it on their own. A lot of kids that I've talked to, especially my daughter's friends. Hold on 1 minute. We got somebody here. Oh, I guess they couldn't connect. Grim Fate. So please, please, please try to log back on. So, here we go. Here we go. What is going on? Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh wait, am I on right now? Oh,
Yes, sir.
I,
How's it
I,
going,
I,
bro?
I was changing my avatar as you let me in right now, so I got confused.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Did you want to take some time and add your avatar on there?
Oh no, I'm about to do it right now. I had it ready. I just I got I didn't expect to be added in so early. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I got a little enthusiastic, so to speak.
Okay, and right
So
around.
I want you to be fully prepared. I want you to be fully enthusiastic. So if adding your avatar helps you out, by all means do so. Yeah. So how you been doing recently? Why are you doing that?
I've been doing pretty good.
You have any shout outs you want to give to anybody?
Oh yeah, I want to shout out to what's Everest Productions, who's doing some great Star Wars stuff right now currently that I'm very much enjoying. They they're my friend, and it's a little studio that they have doing fan projects for Star Wars, and it's pretty popular right now. So I'm very happy to see them getting successful a little bit in that.
Nice, nice. My fault. I've been meaning to look that up since the last time you were on the podcast. So my bad. I'm gonna give them a shout out. I think I still have the link here. Let me see if I got it here. You said Everest Productions, right?
Yep.
Let's see if I have it in here. Yeah, is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay. I got it right here and still haven't looked it up. So big shout out to Everest Productions. It says born in the mid 2000s. Thank you for putting it there.
Yeah,
And
because
I know,
it says 80s and 90s nostalgia, but I was born in 2005. So
actually, those are the main people I want on the podcast today. So to kind of test your knowledge of what's going on.
I was gonna put my webcam on, but I can't find it right now. So like, probably when somebody else is talking, I'll go looking for it. Then I could just set it up right then. But for now, I'm just gonna be chatting without my camera on.
That's okay. Somebody texted me about the podcast, so I'm gonna text them back right quick. And yeah, like the link, a lot of people are sending it to me. Well, a couple of people. The link, if you look on YouTube and you click on the description below the video, the trailer video that I did, the promo video, look below there and you should see a link. And I usually put it in the description to this video. My fault, because
That's
I
how I
put it
got
on
on.
YouTube.
It's on the StreamYard. It has a StreamYard link right in the description.
Yeah, right. It's right there. So you try to make it as easy as I can for everybody. So I guess they're not used to what I'm doing today. But anyway, we're gonna continue on. So this is basically the rules of what we're gonna do today. So let me do the intro. Hold on 1 minute. I usually do the intro. Here we go. And here we go. All right. So once again, there you go. There's the man with the plan.
I had to find it real quick. It was on the floor right now. Speaking of 80s nostalgia, I'm working on a costume right now. I don't know if this is a little hint for where you can see it right now. I'm not sure.
So I take it you're trying to be what's his name from Ninja Turtles?
Yeah,
Casey Jones.
I even got the cricket bat right there. I got everything currently. I just need the shirt, and that's it. But
you do know you have to know what a crumpet is in order to understand cricket.
I've gotten a few couple of 80s and 90s stuff currently on me right now on my person. For example, I actually have the mask right here ready that came from the movie right there.
Okay, that's too much cool for right now. I'm gonna have to put on the jacket because that's too cool.
And this is my current favorite thing that I have that I got right now.
Oh, the Dragon Sword.
I just got this like 2 weeks ago when I watched that new Deadpool movie, I think. And I saw it at the comic book shop that I go to. And I had to get it because it's Tommy. So, one of the coolest things I've ever gotten right now. That's about the only new thing I've gotten since I talked to you.
Man, you're going to make me upgrade my arsenal, brother.
Well,
there was a description, a question that was brought up on social media. How can the Green Ranger play that thing when he has a helmet over his face?
I don't know. You can probably ask it right now. This isn't the Green Ranger. This is the White Ranger, the White Tiger Ranger. But
that's the updated Green Ranger.
Yeah, he doesn't have the. He has the Saba little tiger guy. I'll put it back up there though, because I can't just hold this the entire time.
Right. Excuse me, I'm giving people the link. Everybody, it's Sunday, so everybody's kind of
Probably like at church or something, doing something important.
Yeah, that too. It's Sunday. Everybody's lazy, super lazy on Sunday. So, and I would probably be lazy too if I didn't have to host this. So, I don't blame anybody for sending me. I have to send them the link or anything like that because that's my bad. Okay. You have anything else you want to show? We could do a little show and tell right now.
Oh, I'm gonna go grab it right now. Okay, hold on.
Okay. So I guess I'll show. Before we start the contest, we have one individual who said they're going to join around 12 p.m. So we're going to wait for them. But I got some stuff too, you know. Wait for David to come back.
This is something my grandma got from a thrift shop right now. It's kind of creepy, but I like it.
Oh, nice. Does it talk?
It does not, because she found at a thrift store and they cut off the pull string part. I think it might have scared their kids, so they cut it off, probably. But I mean, it does look like Steve-O, so I mean, I wouldn't blame them for wanting to get rid of it.
Oh my God! I had got my daughter one, and it got lost. I don't know where it's at, but that Steve Urkel, Jaleel White used to be so popular back in when Steve Urkel first came out. Did you hear the story of how Steve Urkel came on the show?
No, not at all.
Well, originally he was just supposed to be a one-off character. He was supposed to be a date that Laura was going to go on, and of course she didn't care for him. And I guess the audience loved him so much that they kept him on, and he became the most popular person in Family Matters. And there's a debate on whether Family Matters would have lasted that long if Steve Urkel wasn't on there. What do you think?
I think every show back then needed like a kicker, you know what I mean? Like something that would keep people laughing,
Right.
Because like shows like Alf were popular. They had like a goofy style character that kept people entertained. To be like, oh, that's an annoying character. That's pretty funny. And Urkel filled that role perfectly,
Right.
And he was so popular they showed up on their second most popular show. Well, I think their first most popular show, which is I think Full House, right? He showed up and he hung out on Full House with the same theme song playing and everything.
Right. I'm glad you brought that up because that was like one of those shared universe type things.
I really I got into Family Matters recently. I couldn't find anywhere to watch it, and I finally got like a little website. But yeah, and then I saw like an ending of one of them. They had like Uncle Phil show up in the middle at the ending of an episode. It freaked out the dad so bad. He was very psyched to see him. It was a very entertaining scene. I'm gonna put this down right now though, because this thing is creeping me out now.
Yeah, it does look a little weird. It reminds me. Have you ever seen that movie Tales from the Hood?
Is that is welcome to hell, motherfuckers? And then he has like a little tongue come out of his teeth.
That's the one. Yeah,
that's that. I get that. I'm gonna put this thing away though. I'm still holding it right now, but I'm gonna be right back. Give me a second.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for Mr. Grim Fate to come back. If you need the link, please let me know. I am checking comments as we go, both on Facebook. I don't have any comments yet. So a lot of you guys said you wanted to join. Let me see. I got another text message. Okay. Okay. Got a few messages. So let me know if you got my personal phone number. You can text me. I will not give up my personal phone number because this is the internet. I need to get me a cell phone just for this business. I will get on that when I feel like it. Mr. Grim Fate.
I'm back.
Okay. Nairi said, hey.
Tell her I said hi.
All right, I surely will. Quiz for you. You know who this gentleman is?
That is Jeffrey Giraffe, I think, right? Jeffrey
yes,
the
sir.
Giraffe.
And what franchise was he a part of?
I don't think he's a part of any franchise. I think he was just a part of Toys R Us.
Right. That's exactly what it is. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. That's one of those what you call them, earwigs. If somebody starts singing it, now it's gonna be in your head all day.
Like an earworm. It's like stuck in your head. Yeah, I get it. I got a lot of songs like that that get stuck in your head very easily. They're designed that way, you know.
Right, right. The
But
way they're made.
if it gets stuck in your head, that means you're more likely to go on and think about it later and then go there.
Right. So I won't even start about how life is like a hurricane. I won't start that because that'll be an earwig all day. And let me ask you a question. What happened to the water hole?
You got another. Oh wait, is that what that is? I'm trying to see. Is that a rag doll or is that like an action figure?
I guess you could call it an action figure.
So like
As
it's
a
posable and stuff.
no, he's not. It's more like a well, back in the day when G.I. Joe first came out and they were this big, they didn't want to call it a doll because that seemed feminine. So they changed the name to an action figure. So I'm not sure how to categorize that.
Well, I call it like an action figure is like one that like it's like hold on, it's more like this, like a Ultimate Warrior, like a you can pose it, you can make it fight and stuff, So
Yeah. By the way, that's my favorite wrestler of all time is the Ultimate Warrior.
well, that was a convenient one that I picked up right now, I guess, because it's like the only one right there that I could see.
It's almost like I want to cash app you some money so you can give send that to me. But what happened to the water hole?
Somebody poisoned it.
Somebody poisoned it. Now, one more time. I know what you know this character is, but what type of well, how can I put this? Um, tell me an interesting fact about this character.
Uh, that's a. I mean, is that a specific Smurf? Is,
I think it's a more like a generic one.
is it like a one they designed to make him look goofy? Like, is it like
Yeah,
a? Yeah, I think they eat a lot of Smurf berries. They're always gonna be eaten by that guy Gargamel and his cat.
yeah. God dog it,
As
Azrael. Thank you. My God.
I remember that because I watched. I was watching the movie recently, so it was in my head.
Oh, you talking about the one with Neil Patrick Harris?
Yeah, that one. But I also was watching the other one. I watched all three of them because it was on a marathon. I think.
Oh, okay. They said that the Smurfs are actually like they're like mushrooms. They're more like funguses because that's how they reproduce. I guess because they was wondering how did they reproduce when Smurfette was the only female. And she only came because Gargamel tried to make an evil Smurf or something like that.
The camera's
You good, brother?
Yeah, I'm just making sure the camera's straight.
Oh, okay. Let me make sure I'm linked up on Facebook right now. You might hear some feedback. Let me see. Killer Crane. Let's see if I'm actually live. Oh, for some reason I'm not live. Let me see. Okay, I'm live on YouTube, so I guess that's good enough. So we'll just drive on from here. I don't know why I'm not on Facebook anymore. Let's see. Oh yeah, actually I am. It's on my personal page, so we
Oh,
are good.
not on the Killer Crane, just on the Bernard Scott.
Yeah, right. Correct. So I don't know why the main one I'm supposed to be on is the Killer Crane Speaks On. So I'm gonna have to repost it, but we can go on. We can go on. Let me see. Um, yeah, we're just freestyling right now. I do, like I said, I have a whole agenda. So the way we're gonna do this for anybody who's watching this joining, um, I'm going to play some theme music on my cell phone. You have to guess. It's going to be a competition. If you guess the show which it comes from, you get 5 points. And then you have about 10 more seconds to hear. Oh, no, you have 10 seconds to give the rest of the lyrics to the show, and then you get 10 points. So it's going to be a little competition. But we are going to, since we don't have anybody to compete against, let me get your opinion. I know you didn't live during these times, but which decade do you think was the best? The 80s or 90s, and why?
I think I prefer the 80s mostly because they had a better selection of music. You know,
Hmm.
when I think of the 80s, I like the music a little bit more than the 90s because that's like everybody's starting to get their footing in the 80s. Because I think it was in the 80s that what's his name? No, no. What, I keep forgetting his name. It's that one guy. That's not helpful at all. Rick James. Rick James. He released a lot of good music that I think he basically like was like Prince before Prince. I'm not sure which one came first, but like he did the whole like the purple aesthetic a little bit too. I like that.
Oh yeah,
But
it's got
and you saw like I think Michael Jackson was also like 80s. He got his footing in the 90s, but like he started off his solo career in the 80s, like hot off of his group with his family. And I
right.
like that because like everybody was like getting their footing. Paul McCartney was still releasing music with people. But like he wasn't in the Beatles. Like after the 70s, everybody was like doing something new, and I liked that. And then the 90s, like you got a bunch of new bands show up. But I like the 80s more for the music, and also that's when I think the gaming renaissance started. Like that's when Nintendo and Sega started getting really popular in the 80s.
It
So
sure was.
that's why I like that, and it's no surprise why it's like mostly every show that does a show like in back in time does the 80s and rather than the 90s.
Yeah,
It just has
you're
a different feel than the 90s. 90s was more grungy, 80s was more poppy. It was like a brighter era, brighter generation kind of movie wise and show wise. Well, in like the 90s, you get something like really dark, like the Crow, but it's blurry so you can't see it, but you get it. Like you get some really like dark visuals and gothic kind of stuff. It's all grungy. The music's all like loud and you know.
yeah. What do you call that? That chant, the Gregorian chant, or whatever they used to do.
Huh?
And it used to mean like absolute gibberish, but they used to have it in every movie. By the way, what's up, Brian Sheeks? What's going on? He said, "Good morning. What's going on, brother?" But man, you brought up so many good points. I don't know where to start. Um, yeah, it did turn into a darker time. Like you said, The Crow. What's the name of that one where it was the really sexy woman? And hold on one second. Hey, how's it going? Okay. Yeah, try to stay away from the camera. Yep. That's my daughter. She's just stepping in for a little bit. Um, yeah. So what's the name of that one? The really sexy woman, and she was like a vampire, and
Oh,
she was
Underworld.
underworld. That's what it is. And
I
I'm not
like I like that one. It was a little bit too what's it called? It's a little bit too actiony, because I think the concept is cool, but they focused a little too much on the dark action. But like, I really wish that they explored it in like the sequels. But in the first one, they had like vampires and werewolves and all this cool stuff, but they didn't like explain any of it until the sequels. And I really wanted to see more cool stuff. But I wish in the first movie they established all this awesome stuff a little bit easier. But I love the
yeah,
action scene in that. I think she like throws a helicopter, and I like that.
yeah, it was a whole bunch of really cool stuff, and you really had to have the willful suspension of disbelief. And hold on one second. Did you find it? Okay. There's some more in here if you need it. Okay. So you really had to have that willful suspension of disbelief. You know, I was trying to think of the other one. It was the Crow. Oh, and many people would say that the R-rated quote unquote versions. Oh, we lost them for a minute. I'm sure he'll be on in just 1 second, so let's give him a chance. If you guys want to join, please, the link, I will be more than happy to send you the link. There we go.
For a sec, I accidentally exited out for a second there. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button.
That's
I was
okay.
I was trying to Google Underworld, and I pressed the X instead. I have a lot of tabs open.
Right. And that brings up a good point because everybody would say, what's the first R-rated Marvel movie? Oh, it was Deadpool. It was Deadpool. Wrong. It was in the 90s, and it was Blade.
I wanted to say, uh, I liked Blade. I think the sequels kind of got a little weird, but the first one it had a really strong start. But the sequels got a little goofy. You had like Triple H show up and stuff. It was a little weird. It was a weird time that in those movies. I liked that era though because you could see like a pro wrestler show up in anything, and it was very very goofy. But that was the '80s too. You had Hulk Hogan in almost every movie.
Man, I was frozen today. You remember that movie? That was a Suburban Commando.
Yeah, that's the one. I couldn't remember the name, but I remember he was like buff and had armor on, and he's like came from the future or an alien. I don't remember what he was, but it was very. You had Undertaker show up in that too. I think it was very cool.
Oh,
and he played one of the villains.
Oh my God! You back some core memories.
Yeah, I remember you think he had like a deep voice, but then he had like a very like high voice when he spoke because he looked like.
He had that Mike Tyson syndrome.
I remember that. I think it was like the Oscars. Like Eddie Murphy was up there with him, and then he started impersonating him in front of him. I don't remember what it was. I think it was the Oscars or something. But he did the high voice and made fun of him on stage, and then he got dragged off really quickly by him.
Eddie Murphy was off the chain. That's another 80s when he started off in the 80s. And I didn't know until recently that originally the producers or casting people at Ghostbusters wanted him to play Winston Zeddemore at first.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember reading that. I think one thing I learned recently about the cartoon is Ernie Hudson wanted to play himself on there, but he didn't sound enough like Ernie Hudson to actually play him on the cartoon. Because I think they wanted like a more exaggerated, like because it's a cartoon, they want to really feel the character, and Ernie Hudson just like does stage acting, on screen. That's what. Like if they had the money, Bill and Ted, it started out with both the guys, Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves, when they made that cartoon. But then eventually they got like actual voice actors, and it sounded a lot more, like a show should.
Right. And it was, to my knowledge, there was 2 cartoons that they made, Saturday morning cartoons about Bill and Ted, and I can't remember the names of them. I think it was just like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, it's Bill and Ted Excellent Adventures because it's multiple. And there's another one, but I can't remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2. The first one was Excellent Adventures, and then I think they had a second one that I'm blanking on.
Yeah, and they kept doing that. Like they did
that.
And
then they also did a show for Bill and Ted that looked very, very weird. It had like 2 random guys that I don't think anybody remembers as Bill and Ted.
Yeah, I remember that. They worked at like an electronics store or department store or something.
I'm looking at it. They don't look a thing like them.
Not a thing. Yeah. And they kept doing that for some reason. Like, you remember they had 2 Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons, both voiced by Jaleel White, who played Steve Urkel.
Like Sonic Underground, right? That like was he in that one or was that a different one? Because there's a cartoon called Sonic Underground. I'm not sure if he played Sonic in that, but that was a very popular. Oh yeah, he did play him. Yeah, Sonic Underground. Sonic Underground. Mm-hmm. I remember that one. They did I don't know, for some reason they made like movies, and then like if it was any kind of popular, they'd make a show right after it. They had a Beetlejuice cartoon, a Mask cartoon, a Dumb and Dumber cartoon. Basically anything that was popular as a movie for kids, they made that into a cartoon. And even I think some rated R movies got like a cartoon too, despite the fact kids shouldn't even be watching it.
Right, like RoboCop.
Exactly, but if there's a cool looking character, kids are gonna want to see that again, and they didn't want to leave that money lying on the table. It's a very popular idea.
Mm-hmm. And that brings me to the next question, though. Well, it's not next on the list, but I'm gonna bring it up since we're kind of segueing into it. Movies back in the 80s used to have a PG rating, but PG is not what PG means nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, because you had like certain movies they had cussing in it, and just oh my god, like the movie Labyrinth is the first one that comes to your mind. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, I love The Labyrinth. It's one of my favorite movies. I love, I actually love that movie. Uh, Rated R, like basically anything that could have been rated PG-13 now would have been like, PG-13 now would have been PG-13 back then. If you really think about it, because like I
Mm,
remember there's some movies back then that I don't, I wouldn't, I didn't like seeing because I had a VHS of a lot of movies. I'd watch like The Dark Crystal or something like that and see all these creepy things show up. A lot of Jim Henson movies just were kind of creepy. For some reason, I loved the Ninja Turtles though, despite the fact they're giant turtles talking to each other and eating pizza.
right. They oh my god, the Jim Henson movie was just superb, and still to my knowledge, in my opinion, is the best TMNT movie, live action one at least. And you were speaking about Jim Henson. Oh, this is before both of our time. I think in the 60s or 70s, Jim Henson did commercials for this coffee company called Wilson's Coffee, is it? And they had Kermit the Frog, and he'd be like, "Do you want to drink Wilson's coffee?" And they'd be like, "No." And Kermit the Frog would, like, shoot him or kill him in some kind of way, you know?
I remember that. I used to watch those videos all the time because they were funny. They became really popular on the internet once people like dug them up. People like dug them up out of the archives, and then they just see like Kermit the Frog horribly maim this one little frog dude, this other guy, because he didn't want to drink his coffee.
And to be honest with you, the only reason why I know about these commercials, have you watched the Nostalgia Critic on YouTube?
Oh yes, I have, sir. It's one of my favorite things.
Me too. That guy, he makes some wonderful movie. Him and the Angry Video Game Nerd, and
Oh, I loved that guy too. I'm not sure how much he uploads anymore, but I love the Nostalgia Critic still. But I don't think Angry Video Game Nerd uploads that much anymore.
not really, because he kind of ran out of like nostalgic video games, and some of them is kind of hard for him to kind of find something wrong and be entertaining in a lot of other games he hasn't played. But I hate to admit this too, but there was a lot of Nintendo games that I like to think of them as perfect and nostalgic, but a lot of them sucked, and it's just a nostalgic effect. Like, I will tell you one game that pissed me off that I had such high hopes for when I played it on Nintendo, but I think I paid like $35, $40 for it at the time, which was a lot in the 80s, and it sucked. The X-Men NES game, it sucked so bad, and I had such high expectations for it, you know?
I think a lot of games that were made with like the name of a movie or cartoon and stuff, they didn't get they were basically pushed out a lot of times because big name, they want the game, and that's why E.T. came out so badly. They made that bad game because they wanted to make money off of the movie that came out, and it became one of the worst games ever made because they rushed it out.
Yeah, that they said that caused the video game crash or whatever.
It's unfortunate because it's one of those games that they put like a bunch of stuff into, like making the cartridges and stuff, and then like eventually they thought everybody would buy it because of ET, and then when nobody bought it because people kept saying it was bad, they had to just burn all the cartridges and bury them.
Yeah, and what the Angry Video Game Nerd made a movie about that. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Nostalgia Critic shows up, I think, in that.
I've never watched it in its entirety, to be honest, and I've been meaning to, but
It's pretty funny. I liked it.
so you think it's good?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's good. I think it's entertaining. A lot of stuff can be bad and entertaining, but it's pretty entertaining.
That's true too. I was going to bring that up too. Certain movies that were so bad and terrible that they're actually funny. I was going to bring that at a later time. Two came to my mind was like that Soul Plane movie. And I hate to admit that I laughed at that movie because it's such ghetto crap. It was.
And now I would like to talk about Soul Plane.
I'm so ashamed I like that movie. I'm ashamed.
All I can think of is that scene though from Boondocks. He's just standing on stage, and I would like to talk about Soul Plane out of nowhere. Like he's talking about like some really serious stuff, and like there's some really serious stuff, and then he just stops for a moment and just says, "I would like to talk about Soul Plane."
Oh my God. It was just there's a couple of movies like that, but that's for another podcast. We will have a podcast on that. Let me see. Let me switch gears for a little bit. We're gonna kind of brush over these until we get the other guests. Some of them said they're gonna be on at 12. Let me ask this question. Let me give some visuals right now. Do you know what that is?
I believe that's a ViewMaster. Like, but that's because it says it on it. But I actually have one of those in my house right now.
Oh, do you really?
I have one of those at my house, but unfortunately, a lot of things, it's missing the circle things. You flick it and then you see all the images. But those things once you lose them, they break very easily because they're paper. If it gets some water on it, it's ruined for life, and you can't really see anything out of it at that point.
Right. Yeah, those things were like our first VR, I guess. It's 3D, but we consider it like almost, this is so real. And we can look all around, but all they did was like kind of like cut the image and put it before the other image. So it kind of gave a 3D effect.
I think the company Mattel, re-released the ViewMaster in 2015, and they made it all VR like and stuff. And it didn't really. I don't think it sold that well, but it looked really good. It looked pretty cool for when it was around.
Yeah, it was very basic back then in those days. There's one that I don't really remember. Maybe you could tell me. You probably know more than I do about my own damn generation. What about that right there?
I was about to say Pogs, but I had to look at it a second time. Those are those things you flip it inside out and then it pops up. I don't know what they're called, but I used to have a lot of those.
Yeah,
I think they're called what's it called? Poppers? I'm not sure. That's not it. That's something else, son. Well, it's called that's what they called them at my school, but they're I don't know what they're called, but I think everybody had them and never knew what they were called.
I surely don't. I cannot remember. I got them off, to be honest. I was just going on the internet. Hold on. I think somebody's trying to get in. Let me see. Yeah. Hold on. Somebody wants to get in.
Rubber popper, hopper popper. I looked it up right now. There's like a bunch of names for it.
Right.
And the weirdest one is the one that's titled on Wikipedia, the eye popper. I don't like that name.
The eye popper? Is that the you said on Wikipedia?
Yeah. But I like hopper popper or jumping popper rather than eye popper. I don't know why it's called an eye popper.
Yeah, that sounds like something from a slasher movie. Yeah, I just don't. I found that like I was on Facebook just scrolling around, and I'm in a lot of 80s and 90s groups, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And I was like, "I'm not even going to look at the comments. I'm gonna just be in awe with the rest of everybody else." You know what I'm saying? and so before in my generation, before we had cell phones, before we had iPads, laptops, we had. Do you know what that is?
I've seen a lot of them. I don't know what it's called, but it looks it looks familiar. I know I had a few of them because thrift stores and stuff, but I don't know what they're called for sure. It looks very familiar though. It looks kind of like an advanced trapper keeper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's you remember Trapper Keepers?
Yeah. I mostly because I know this. I mostly know this stuff is because I got all my stuff at like thrift stores stuff. So like when I was a kid, we'd go there and like you get stuff for pretty cheap. So it was like very cool looking stuff. But it always came from like an era that it should have like died out in.
Hold on, I think I got one. Hold on, let me see. Is it up here? Nope.
It's not a
I don't know what I did with that damn thing, but I got one. Walmart's selling them again. So um, if you want a trapper keeper, you can get one. It doesn't have the metal rings in it anymore. I think it has the plastic rings now. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want one, y'all can get one. Let me see what else we got here. Have you seen this before?
Uh, are those that? Oh, wait, I think so. I've never seen that nice looking one, but that one looks really nice compared to the ones I've seen. You go like a laundromat or something, and then they have them like standing there. You put a quarter in, you get like a little ball toy. You open it up, there's something in it. And they also have the
Mhm.
tattoo ones, I think, that are really weird. That look like you could cut your finger in them. I don't know what they're called. They have like that. They're like that, but they're tattoo ones. So you get a piece of paper come out of it, like little temporary tattoos. You put like coins in it, but like for some reason you slide it in like that, and it looks like it'll hurt your hand if you do it.
Mm-hmm. That's you really had to watch yourself in the 80's and 90's because a lot of those toys, you know, they were made of cast iron and it had sharp parts, and a lot of them were called left and right. You know what I'm saying? So really had to watch yourself. Um, this is one that I used to love. Hold on, we got one coming in. Mrs. Luna Nairi, how's it going?
Hi. Hi. Hi.
This is a person you've never seen before ever in life, David.
No, no, not at all.
Love the avatar.
Oh, thank you. Thank you a lot.
Looks like you got Mario in the background, getting one ups left and right.
Oh, yeah.
So, Nairi, do you remember this?
No, I do not. I've never seen it.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay. I've never seen that in my life. Nope. I've never
That's
seen
back
that.
one of those
What is
ones
that?
that they, huh?
Wait, hold on, wait. Okay, I'm looking closer at it. Yeah, no, I wait. I swear I've seen those at school before.
Mm, maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
Basically, put
I'm
you're
not
not too sure.
sure.
You got a really fancy one, so it's very hard to tell, kind of. You got like a really good themed one. I've never seen a good themed one like that. I don't think they still have them.
No, they have some of them where you could put some quarters in and get like those little eggs, and you break them, and it has little crap inside of them. But that kind just kind of brings back memories because I haven't seen that one in a while. Um, let's see what else we got
Ah.
here. This is the one I'm gonna get once we get out of this apartment and we get an actual house. And I used to get exercise out of this thing left and right. I might be too heavy to get on this thing, but this right here.
Oh my gosh, I love those.
I think
Right.
I think I almost broke an ankle one time during PE because they had one of those.
Yeah, those are those were something you had to really, really know what you were doing. That's why I said in the 90's and 80's you had to be tough because we would constantly fall down, and a lot of us didn't wear pads or anything. So, um, I
Actually, it
was,
became a darker time. Every kid got injured on the kind of toys they'd make.
it was oh my god, you had to be have tough skin back then. Um, speaking of which, here's another one. Before you became grown, these were your skates.
I never had those.
Yeah, I don't think I ever bought you those. Nope.
Yeah, you never brought me those.
David, you ever seen those before?
Actually, yeah, I have, but I was always too big for them when I first saw them because the thrift stores that I went to, they were like for little kids.
Oh yeah, like what do you call those toddlers?
Yeah,
Okay. Now, in my day, before we had cell phones, we had this goofy
Oh
little
my
mofo.
gosh, it's that thing. From Toy Story.
It is, isn't it? Sure is.
I keep forgetting what they're called, but my grandma still buys them for whenever a new kid is born.
Oh, cool.
It's like her favorite thing to get them because it's a very simple toy.
And I don't know if you noticed, but it has eyes in the front, and as you roll the thing, the eyes go up and down. Speaking about creepy stuff, you know. Those things.
I think the clapping monkey thing is a little creepier than that still because I don't know why they gave it a really creepy looking face.
Oh, I remember those. I remember those on Toy Story 2. And here's one that you missed, Nairi. We had these little things right here. I'm not even sure you could connect to the internet on those things.
What?
These little deals.
Oh my gosh,
here.
I used to have one of those. I had the Barbie one.
Did you? I don't. Oh, well, you say so. I don't.
You don't remember? You got me one.
Oh, okay. I don't. I bought y'all so much stuff, and they got in the back of the toy box or whatever. And of course, you remember that, Nairi. Still got it.
Mm-hmm. You have one in the living room currently.
That's where that thing is. I was looking for where it is. It's in the living room. Okay. What about these? Have you ever seen these before?
Those are the things I used to get all the time at Putt Putt.
Oh, okay. What
basically you I don't know the name, but like you basically turn it inside out and you just like leave it on the ground for a second, and then like all of a sudden it just like flips in the air.
Oh, okay. Glad we solved that mystery. Mm-hmm. I was like, what the hell is them things coming from?
They still they still don't have a name that nobody knows it, basically. There's no like official brand. I think everybody makes it, so they don't got official name.
Right.
It's like Pop something. It's like something with Pop or something.
Like Popper. What'd you call it, David? What you say it was?
It's called a eye popper, but I think there's like multiple names for it. The eye popper is just the weirdest one that I saw.
Okay. We are going to start since what time is it? 11:54. It's almost 12 o'clock. So what we are going to do is we are going to start the quiz portion. Oh, there you are. There's Nairi.
Hi.
What in the world is this? I'm getting some type of what's the name? Okay, advertisement. But what we are going to do, we are going to start the quiz portion. Now, here are the rules, Nairi. I'm going to play a theme song, okay? And the first person, since we don't have a buzzer, do y'all see where it says comments here on StreamYard?
Right on the side?
Yeah, because if y'all try to buzz in, I probably won't hear you. It might be a delay with the internet. So go there and put in the comments the answer to what you think it is. And so the first person that gets it gets 5 points. And you can guess that you have 10 seconds. You got to do the 10 seconds left of the theme song. Let me get up because I'm going to keep score too. So let's do this. Okay. So we have Vanara and David. You get 5 points if you guess the theme song, and you get 10 points if you can sing the rest of the theme song. Okay? So, let me put this over here. Sorry, it's a little junky around here. All right. Where is it? Give me 1 second. And we are going to do the theme song challenge. If you guys want to join in, if you're watching and you want to join in, let me know. I will send you guys the link. Why is this thing not showing up? Okay, here it is. Give me 1 second. And you guys can talk about stuff while I'm trying to get this straight. Okay. Right. All right. So you guys see where it says comments, correct? You guys see where it says comment? Okay, great. Now give me a yes in the comment. Just to make sure you know.
Oh, wait. I have to connect to YouTube?
Huh?
Give me a second.
No, right here on StreamYard. Get where it says comments. Just give me a comment. Say yeah or something.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. Take your time. Take your time. Want to be fair, so you be like, I know it, but I couldn't buzz in. Right next to you, see where everybody is talking to the right. You should see. So just comment.
I'm connected.
Okay, just put yes in the post a comment. Make sure you're in there. Okay, great. All right, I'm going to play the theme song. First one to put in the comments. Okay, you ready? Hold on. So let's go. Hold on.
Wait, is that the Jeopardy song or is that a theme song you're playing?
You know that theme song?
I'll be honest with you, I thought that was like the song you were gonna play when you were giving the answers, and you're like,
oh, like the intro. It does sound like an intro song, but the name of the song is. It comes from the show MacGyver. So none of y'all got that. Let's go to the next song. Okay, y'all listening? Hold on.
and you're all alone. 90's waiting.
Both of y'all got it, but David came in first, so I'm gonna give him 5 points. It is Full House is the name of the song. So both of y'all got it right. So I'm gonna actually, since y'all both came in, I'm gonna give Nari 1 point. David, you give 5. Let's see. David, sing the 10 seconds of the theme song and go from the beginning.
Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, a hand to hold on to.
You got to go from the beginning.
Oh, dang! I all I remember is the part that just played. God dang! Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. You missed your familiar friends just waiting around the bench.
All right, that's good enough.
Where you look. Oh, okay.
Oh, Nari says her connection is laggy. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna trade off. And so, yeah, I'm gonna figure out something, okay? So, let's go to the next song. Hold on. Not yet. Hold on. Let's let this play out. Y'all know that song?
I'm gonna try to guess it. I might be wrong. I'm not sure if it's the right one.
Yep, that is correct. It is the A-Team. Let me hold on. Let me see, because these I need for it to be individualized. Okay. Here we
I don't
go.
think I can sing that song. I mean, there's no lyrics. It's just.
Right. So let's go to the next one.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds really good.
I've heard it a lot of times. I just don't know the name. I know I've heard it because you've played it a lot, but I don't know the name of the show.
You know the name of the show?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm giving you a hint, and if you both guess it, you'll both get 5 points. So put it in the comments. He likes to eat cats, and he's an alien that likes to eat cats.
Ah, man.
Put it in the comments.
Oh wait, okay, then I'll type it then.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Great.
slow for me.
I know. Everybody gets 5 points. The name of the show was Alf. Good job, both of you.
Okay.
I've never seen the show. I just remember the fact that he eats cats, and that's the funniest part about it. I remember.
Right. That's like one of the hitches or whatever. Some of these I wouldn't guess myself, so I'm not going to play them, but here's a few.
Taking your way in the world today takes everything you've got. In a break from all your work, it would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
Sometimes you want to.
It's not loading for me. I can't type it.
Oh, you can't type it?
No, it's not loading at all for me.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Well,
can't type
okay.
it.
Why don't you just say it out loud quicker than me?
Oh. Yeah, I
So
don't know
we'll
the
go
name.
by the honor system since your thing is lagging. So just shout it out. We'll see how this one works. I might have to undo the point system because of the lagging internet. So, Nair, what do you think that is?
I forgot the name, but I've heard the theme song a million times. So I'm not
What
sure
is the show about?
No.
Well, it's an adult show.
Cheers, sir.
Huh? Yep, that's right. He got it. It's Cheers. So it's about a bunch of people that's at a bar. They don't really have bars like they used to back in the 80s. So we will continue on. Naira, this is your Auntie Carol's favorite show back in the 80s.
Okay.
Do any of y'all know what that is?
I think it's the fact that I'm like I would know more cartoons than.
I know that's what makes it challenging. I'm gonna do cartoons next too. There's a few of them I wanted to get out, like the adult shows. This is about some police officers.
Is it about police officers? Is it is it a detective show?
No, 2 police officers. They're on motorcycles in California.
I don't know at all.
No, that they drive a car in that one that I'm thinking of.
Well, it's Chips.
Oh, I haven't seen Chips, so.
Okay, y'all might get this one. I'm sure you're gonna get this one.
Hold on. Dang. I had it in my head. I know it's recognizable.
With the Jello pudding snacks.
Is it the Bill Cosby Show?
Yes. It's Cosby Show.
I've never seen that.
Y'all might like this one.
That's one of the shows that got barred from my household.
Yeah, that's still very controversial. A lot of people say I'm not getting into it. You know, it's still a great family show despite the stuff that's going on.
Allegations and things.
Yes, so we're not going to get into that. This isn't for discussion forum about that. But that's that. But here's another one.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since
Is that from a movie or from a show?
A show, and these two brothers that have a car. It's orange and has a Confederate flag on the top.
Oh.
I don't know
Yep.
this one. Yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard.
I remember the car. That's why. As soon as you mentioned the car.
Right. Here's one that Naira you should get because Haley loves this show.
Oh.
Thank you for being a friend.
Golden Girls. Golden Girls.
Yep.
I knew that immediately. Immediately, I knew that.
Right. She runs us crazy with that one. So I'm trying to get some that y'all would know. Let me see. Let's see. You probably know this one. This isn't an exact theme song.
I'm trying to remember it because that sounds so familiar.
Where's the lyrics from?
Oh, Saved by the. Is that Saved by the Bell?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a little different than what y'all remember. Well, than the actual theme song.
I've never seen that show, actually.
It's pretty good. It's one of those. I was going to bring this up in the discussion. Something that didn't age well. Some of those episodes didn't age well. Once you watch them again for the lens of nowadays, you know what I'm saying?
I know I've seen the actors in some stuff. I know I've seen I think the daughter in that one movie with Pauly Shore, Son-in-Law. I think that's a movie that I really liked as a kid. It's a bad movie, but he's a very funny guy back then.
Right. They paid in a number of other stuff. Let's see. Nairi, if you don't get this one, you have to move out of the house. As much as I love this show.
Star Trek.
Yep. You know I'm the biggest Trekkie and Star Wars fan. So
I knew that the first note. The first note.
Oh my God. Here's one for David. Let me see if David can get this one. I'm gonna just go back and forth, see which y'all can get.
Dang, I know that one. It's familiar.
Super fast, futuristic car.
Oh, Knight Rider.
Thank you, Knight Rider. Knight Rider.
I was recognizing the theme song. I was recognizing the theme song and then recognizing not David Hasselhoff, the guy who's driving the car. But I couldn't remember the actual car for some reason. I remember him in the driver's seat and then the car talking to him. Yeah,
right. And the little fun fact, the guy who did the voice for the car is the teacher from Boy Meets World.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, Mr. Sweeney, I think is his name. Sweeney? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I haven't actually watched Boy Meets World in a while. I think it's Mr. Feeney. Mr. Feeney.
Oh, thank you. Let me see. Somebody from Facebook didn't. Okay. So that didn't have nothing to do with the podcast. Both of y'all can join in on this one. Let me know if y'all know what this is.
Oh my gosh, what is it? Oh my gosh, wait. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what's the name of it? I forgot the name, but it's like the Smurf wannabe, or not the Smurf wannabe.
Kinda.
Like, yeah.
Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock. That was the name
Yeah.
of it. Because we were just talking about Disney and then Jim Henson and all that. That was one of Jim Henson's creatures. Let me see another before we go to the cartoons. I know y'all gonna get all of those. Y'all might be able to. No, y'all not gonna get that one. Trying to see. I was hoping to get some adults on here that they can act as. All right, let's just go on to the cartoons.
Chippendale. It's literally Chippendale.
Yep. Chippendales. Y'all gonna get all these, I guarantee. How much time we got? We got Miss Monica. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. And you?
Doing good. Looking lovely as usual.
Thank you.
We have some younger generation here, and they're trying to guess a lot of our shows from our time that we grew up on. And so you are more than happy to join in.
Okay.
Then I'm going to ask you some questions about, the 80s and 90s that they've already asked. Well, let me scoot back for a minute. Show you some pictures. And I want you to see if you can guess what they are. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, when you go in the old school stores like Piggly Wiggly, you will see that. And you go in there and you play. I think you drop a quarter in there and you get a prize.
Something like
I
that.
haven't seen that in a long time.
You just brought up another old school term, Piggly Wiggly.
Oh, yeah.
I know
in the South.
I know that in Mississippi they were literally everywhere. So I mean,
we went to a couple of. Remember, it was in Olive Branch, I believe. We went to that big old Piggly Wiggly. And it was on the movie. I don't know if y'all seen the younger generation, Driving Miss Daisy.
Well, that's Morgan Freeman, right?
It is. Monica, how good were you at this thing?
I ain't never played with that one.
You never played with that one?
No, I ain't never played. I had the polo stick.
That's another one. Oh my god.
I know it. That seemed like it was similar to the polo stick. I never played with that one. I just had to. You hold on and jump.
Yeah, that was another one. Took some skill. How about? Did you skate with these?
I never learned how to skate. I saw them, but my mama never bought me any because she didn't want me to fall down and you're gonna fall down and break your neck. But I saw them, but she never got me a pair of them because she didn't want me to break my neck.
Same way it is with my mama, with skateboards. And to be honest, Vanara, my daughter here, she wants to get a skateboard, and I'm terrified to get her one. Absolutely terrified.
I just got my son got a hoverboard for his birthday, and he learned how to ride it in a few hours, and that was amazing. I was like, these kids can just
adapt, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, now you remember before we had cell phones, we had
Oh yeah, I had that.
You had
I
that?
had one of those.
That's
Yeah.
one of the.
Oh wow.
What'd you say?
I said, oh wow, that brings back memories.
Yeah, it's a lot of them on here that's gonna bring back memories, like before laptops.
Mm-hmm. Ah! Yep, I had one of those. I had one of those. And what was the cartoon? It was a show I used to watch, and I used to get that and play with. Let me see. I know Goosebumps. I used to have it when I was reading. Y'all remember the Goosebumps books?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I used to have like so many of those.
Really?
Yes, I love Goosebumps.
Oh, the chicken noodle soup. The chicken noodle soups for girls. They had different chicken noodle soup 101 and chicken noodle soup for this, that. I remember playing with that and had a whole bunch of chicken noodle soup books.
Mm-hmm. I forgot those. And there was another one about, it was mostly girls would read it. Some high school book. I think the Babysitter's Club or something, right?
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember you used to, and this is another memory. Remember we used to get those, and Nairi, I think you used to have them. It was these piece of papers that the school would give you. It's like a catalog, and you can order stuff. What's the name of it? You can order stickers and books and stuff.
Are you talking about the book fair?
The book fair. Yep, the book fair. They still do it now. I think they've turned it into like a the literacy something. There's a big literacy campaign where they're trying to encourage children to read more books.
They had that, and they also had like a bus that would come, and it had like all these different books and toys on it and stuff. I don't know if y'all had that, but that's what I had in middle school.
Okay.
Okay. And before we had VR, we had.
Oh, I wish I could find one of those.
They sell them at Walmart. It's not exactly the same, but they do sell those now at Walmart.
Wow. Find one.
And we were trying to guess what this is. Naira figured out. Let me see if you can see what this is.
Yeah, I figured that out already, Dad.
Yeah, I wanted Monica to kind of, bring back her nostalgic memory of it.
Easter egg tops.
They were like, I didn't know myself. Nairi said, explain it again, Nairi.
It was like, so basically what it is, you like turn it inside out and then you put it on the floor and it's supposed to like flip in the air.
I don't know that one.
Oh, I used to get them all the time at Putt Putt, so that's how I know them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That one.
So we're going to do a couple of more. And since we have a guest who I know is going to guess all of these, we're just kind of going through the cartoons right now. We'll go through the other shows once. I think Marzel wants to join, and then we'll do those. So you can join in on the kids portion, the young people's portion. I don't mean to call y'all kids, but just kind of jump in there and tell me what song this is or what show.
Okay.
What's it called? Kim Possible. Possible. There's nothing I can't do.
What was that? What show is that?
Kim Possible.
Yep, Kim Possible. Monica, this one's for you.
Care Bears Countdown. 4, 6,
Oh,
5.
that's too easy. It said the name. That's the Care Bears.
Oh, I watched in the 90s. I watched more of the 90s.
Oh, you watch more of the 90s cartoons?
You know, I was on Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon was my stuff.
Oh, let me.
Anything from Nickelodeon, I'm ready for it.
Oh my gosh. I love Nickelodeon cartoons.
You did?
Okay. My favorite was like Cat Dog.
Oh, really?
I love Cat Dog.
I love the Rugrats.
Oh, yeah.
What about this one?
Is that All Real Monsters?
All Real Monsters. Oh, Scooby-Doo.
What'd you say?
Scooby-Doo. That's Nickelodeon.
David, I know you can get it.
Goosebumps. The Goosebumps.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not.
What,
I know
I
it.
recognize it.
It's green slime coming out, and they come. It's
Like
a
that.
scary show.
No.
Are you afraid of the dark?
That's it.
Thank you. There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one. I was thinking like.
That's it.
Yep. I forgot to give y'all music once y'all get it right. So I'm sorry. That's for David for guessing that one. This is one that had some adult themes in it. If y'all watch it again, it was a kid show. But it has some adult themes in it.
Cat Dog, Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy. Oh, yep, they did. They really did have a lot of stuff in there. I believe whoever created that, they smoked a little something before they started, because some of the content in that cartoon, it was like, Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco was just, he suffered. I think he suffered with a lot of depression and bullying. He suffered with some, yeah. But that's all. And all in all, I think he was a good guy. But I think he suffered from some maybe some childhood issue.
There's a whole section on YouTube about all these videos, and like they would say stuff like, you remember Ed, and Eddie? And they said that all three of them actually died and they're in purgatory and stuff. You've heard of those, like urban, like, I don't know what to call them, but they say that that's the real meaning behind these shows, like theories or something.
That's interesting.
Let's see.
Hey Arnold.
What'd you say?
Hey Arnold.
Right. Him and Stewie Griffin had the same type of head. Let's see. I'm trying to get some.
Oh my gosh. What's it called? Is it Hey Angry Beavers?
Yep, Angry Beavers.
Yeah, it's Angry Beavers.
And y'all comment if y'all want to, like if y'all have memories about this show or fan theories about this show, little facts, or about any show that I post.
I used to watch that constantly. It was like late at night when they would play those kind of cartoons, or early in the morning, and like I would watch that constantly.
I used to watch them after school. Every day after school, I was glued to the TV. Darkwing Duck. I used to watch Darkwing Duck. My lineup after school. No, before school started, I would watch Darkwing Duck in the morning until we got ready to go to school, and then the Smurfs. The Smurfs would come on before Darkwing Duck, and Sonic the Hedgehog. I got all the good cards. I watched all of them. I love the Smurfs.
There was so many versions of that. Let me see. You talked about the Disney afternoon cartoons. There was Darkwing Duck, DuckTales. I want
Chip and Dale, the Rescue
Rangers. What else?
What came on Disney? Minnie Mouse House. I watched Minnie Mouse House. Alvin and the Chipmunks. I think Disney ended up getting to Alvin and Chipmunks, didn't they? Or was it on another?
Maybe.
Alvin and Chipmunks. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember the theme song. Watch out, because here we come.
What's a good question? Was it with Disney?
What'd you say?
Was Alvin and Chipmunks with Disney?
Was it? I'm sure Disney acquires everything. So
Mhm.
We had like the Goof Troop, I think, like the Goofy show.
yeah, Goof Troop, Goof Troop. Yep.
Like all the Goofy family members, or whatever. I don't know what it is, but they had like his son Max show up in the movie and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about that one. What about this one?
I remember that one because of the
Doug.
Huh?
Doug.
Doug.
Yeah.
Here's one for David. I'm sure he can get this one.
Okay.
dang it.
I don't know that one.
I got it in my head.
Oh, okay.
I keep forgetting it. God dang it. I just remembered it, but I just lost it.
The two brothers with the same name.
Even Stevens, right? No, the other one. No. Dang it. I had it in my head right now. It's what they have the same name, and they're the two brothers.
Mm-hmm. And they had a superhero that helped him. He was the strongest man in the world.
Pete and Pete.
Pete and Pete. Yep, that's it. That's it. Here's one that nobody will get. I guarantee nobody will know.
Okay. Oh my God, Cat Dog! Cat Dog. Stay with a wolf in the that's Cat Dog.
I was really prepared to not know that one too.
I love Cat Dog so much.
So I'm gonna kind of segue on something that I'm sure both of them. Monica, you of course remember the show In Living Color, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Well, it's 12:30, so we got about 30 minutes left. This is the topic I want to bring up next. TV shows that didn't age well, they said. Do you think in modern day society could we bring back In Living Color, being the kind of skits that they had?
Well, I think it could come back. You have to have the right people to have the right comedians to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's going to be nothing like the original, but I think with the right actors, it could come back.
Okay.
I think it would be wonderful if it came back, but I'm just not sure because a lot of people wouldn't understand the jokes that the original had and stuff, and then bringing back those jokes, it would be like a lot of people probably wouldn't like those jokes. I for one love the jokes that they had in there, but people nowadays, I'm just not sure how long it will last.
That's a good point. Yeah.
David, what you think?
I think that it needs. I keep forgetting. Who was it? Which one of the Reigns family members ran it? Right. I think
all of them was in there.
Yeah, I don't remember if they started it or not, but I feel like it need them to come back mostly because I think it was a lot of their comedy that was really popular in the 2000s and the 90s basically started off that show, and then they got their own show I think after it basically kickstarted their career, and then I don't think they're going to be able to get Jim Carrey back for it. I think he's way too dang big for it. They might be able to get the Wayans brothers back for it, and that's what I think.
Their children
as hosts, either as hosts or as cast members, but they really need to have a say in how it goes personally.
Right.
They know what their audience will come back for. If it gets announced and they're involved, people will come back for it, and they know what people want.
Right.
Because I remember they what's his name? The Wayans brothers, I think, actually made that movie a haunted house because of how bad the Scary Movies got, and it became way more popular than the movie that came out the same year, Scary Movie 5.
Yep, and a lot of them would say, well, this is a controversial subject, I guess. In the Living Color, they would do like the skit, what was it called, Men on Film. They'd be like, hated it. And they do like Handyman, and all that stuff like that. And they would say that it disrespects the handicapped, it disrespects the gay community, it stereotypes them, perpetuates their stereotypes. Do y'all feel it the same way?
No, I mean, I don't know.
I think it just didn't age well. I think it's like SNL. A lot of old SNL didn't really age well. You know, there's a couple of old SNL skits that are basically pretty dark, but that show's still around and it's kind of had a dwindling good cast for about a couple of years now. But, it just I feel like if it kept going, it would have kind of evolved and gone past some of that stuff. But they took it off TV before it could like change. I think so. It's like kind of a time capsule, basically, of a comedy. It's just like everyone. I think it would have cycled through people. It would have been like SNL. That's what I think, because there's good eras of SNL. I think there would have been good eras of In Living Color too if that kept going.
Okay.
I feel like it's just. I don't think like I said, I just feel like it depends on who you are. If you don't like the show, I mean, obviously you don't have to watch it if you don't like the jokes on there and stuff. So yeah, that's just me.
What you think, Monica?
Oh, I think somebody's going to always have something to say and critique about something. So I mean, nothing is like the original. Just like the original, what's the name of the movie? Coming to America. I mean, and then they made different Coming to America movies, the last one they made, and it was critiqued because it's not the same feel as the first one.
Right.
So I think that, anytime you try to redo something, you gotta know that it's not the same time period, and it's gonna be adjusted to fit the current
Generation.
There you go, generation.
Kind of like Good Burger. They made Good Burger too, and it wasn't as funny as the first one.
It wasn't. It wasn't to me.
Marzel, how's it going, brother?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
All right. We covered a good little bit of stuff. I'm gonna let you chime in on this. Okay. We were talking about 90s, 80s, and 90s shows, and we were talking about In Living Color. And how people say this stuff wouldn't age well. Could they, with In Living Color, it had skits like the what was it, Men on Film talking about hated it, and the handicapped man. Do you think that could work during this time period? Could they bring back In Living Color at all?
No, they couldn't, because people are too sensitive, man. People they don't really take well to making fun of people's disabilities or their imperfections and all that. So it's like a lot of sensitive people now. So they couldn't bring that back, although it would be great to see all them back on TV and all that stuff. But no, I don't believe that it would do well. I mean, they would probably after the first show they'd probably be canceled. They would premiere and end on the same night.
You're probably right. But we need more. That's another thing that I just thought about. Skit comedies. You know how they used to have, what was it, like parodies? Like David brought up Scary Movies, and then they had, I remember back, like they had Airplane, which is another, it was actually made in the 1980, I think.
Like 70s, I think.
Late 70s.
Like late 70s, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And it had some really controversial stuff. Like it had the two little kids, and they had to be about 9 years old, a boy and a girl. And then he was like, "Would you like some coffee?" And he was like, "How would you like it?" And the little girl said, "I like my coffee black, like my men."
Like my men.
Yeah,
I remember that
even,
quote
even
all the way.
even they had the older white lady who could translate black slang on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that was funny too.
You're like, hang loose, blood. We're gonna catch you on the rebound on the net side.
yeah.
Yeah, that stuff was some of it was like, yeah, they shouldn't bring it back because some of them jokes was like, what was he in the cockpit with the little boy? He was like, "Have you ever seen a grown man naked?" I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's a lot of edgy stuff that we grew up on. It wouldn't survive today, man, because people are so sensitive, man. I was watching I think it was the Tonight Show, and Eddie Murphy was on there, and I think the host had asked him if he would do the same jokes that he did back then now, and he said, when he looks at some of his old material, it's kind of cringeworthy, because people are very sensitive nowadays, so I just think, that's just kind of funny how times have changed,
It has. And we was talking about earlier how PG back in those days wasn't exactly like PG today. You know what I'm saying? Like they got away with like cussing and some other stuff, Can you think of any movies? Can y'all think of any movies like that?
I'm trying to.
That was what, PG or what? What's the question about the movie?
Yeah, movies that were rated PG, but it had some really adult stuff, and it probably go as PG-13 or R today. And the one movie that I thought about was the movie Labyrinth. I don't know if you remember that movie. It was a Jim Henson one where it had David Bowie and
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
You remember John Connolly?
I remember that movie.
Yep. So that was rated PG, but it had some scary stuff.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I think was a PG.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. Good example.
Yeah. But that goes back to changing with the times and all that stuff. Like there was a lot of things that were allowed on TV back then that aren't allowed now. You know what I'm saying? But and vice versa too, because there are some things that's on TV now that is it wouldn't have flew back then either. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it just depends on the audience you're trying to attract.
Right. There's another movie I was thinking about, but it had so much great original content that people let a lot of stuff slide. Like he had Police Academy,
Oh right, I love that movie, man.
Addams Family, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was the 90s. David was talking about how when it turned to the 90s, everything started getting a little darker, but it was still great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a great example of that. The Addams Family with Ralph Julia, man, he was such a great actor.
Yeah.
But things were a lot darker, and they tried to have the grungy aspect. That's why with that Super Mario movie, the first one with
Dom DeLuise, is that who it was?
No, John Leguizamo and
the guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, him. The play Mario. Hold on 1 minute. What's going on, brother? The L Dog himself. You there? Lamar.
Man. Hey,
what's going on?
Hey, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to log back in because I can barely hear. So I'm gonna log back out and then I'm coming back.
Okay. Bet that.
Okay.
When Lamar gets back on, we're gonna go over time because basically everybody logged in late, so it's fine. So we're still gonna have the quiz questions, to where I'm gonna play the theme songs, and we're gonna do the adult version and have y'all try to chime in and see if y'all can guess these shows. It's gonna bring back some memories. So
I thought of a few right now. I think Gremlins was PG.
Excellent.
Gremlins, Beetlejuice was PG.
Yeah.
That has some great stuff in it. And there's another one right here that I have written down actually because I was gonna watch it later. I'm trying to see it real quick. I have to find the paper. What's it? It's another one of those kind of like those Ghostbusters right there. Ghostbusters. That's rated PG, but it's got a bunch of scary scenes in it.
Yep. Got people smoking, and that's not exactly.
There's a scene where a ghost is floating over Dan Aykroyd's character.
Yeah. I can't say the word because we got. I want to keep this PG too, but he was gratified in that scene. So that is an excellent suggestion. Even the Ninja Turtles movie. I'm sorry.
We all could be so lucky.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But like the first TMNT movie, we had Raphael saying the word "damn" like 2 or 3 times in the movie.
Yeah.
They also did that in the Iron Giant too.
Did they curse in the Iron Giant?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that again.
But you know what? The rating system is very subjective. Like it's certain things that people might say that other people might not feel like a big deal. I don't feel like Raphael saying "damn" is really that bad, but other people might think, "Oh, that's something that he shouldn't be saying."
Right.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
It's very, very subjective.
It is.
I've heard other things that are way worse. And I don't think that that was that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Now let me ask y'all a question. You guys remember the Man of Steel, the new one?
No.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, right. So just look that up. What was the rating of that movie?
I think that was rated PG-13.
I liked it.
Well, I have to. I'm bringing that up as a point.
It was
PG-13.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So there was a scene when the kids were all on the bus and they went into that river. And before I went to the river, one of the little boys that was an antagonist of Clark Kent called him a D-splash.
A D-Flash?
You told me to keep it PG-13.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know what okay. Yeah.
D-I-C-K splash, okay?
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
He called him that. See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's way worse than damn. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. That's a good point. Interesting. Now, Lamar, appreciate you joining us.
Better late than never. You know what I'm saying? Just got out of church, man. Good morning, everybody, man. Good morning. Great morning. Great morning.
It is a great morning. Now that y'all here. We're just pretty much we're talking about movies that didn't age well. The PG rating back in the 80s was a little bit more lax than it is now, and what will be accepted then and what will be accepted now. Before we go back to the quiz portions, now that we have 3 adults here, any thoughts on any 2 of those subjects?
Well, if I'm going, I'm gonna speak on the title that you have, 80s and 90s, nostalgia. Man, I most definitely, okay. I most definitely miss the 80s. 80s movies. 90s movies were great too. But man, you talking about movies that age well, man. One of the movies is Porky's.
Porky's.
I remember that movie.
Man, you know what? Porky's was a funny movie, but Porky's had a lot of racial tone in there too. If you notice, let's just keep it 100. It wasn't. I mean, I'm not saying that it had to have it, but I mean, you know, like that movie didn't have any black actors in there, and not to sound racist or anything like that, but you know, I mean, because Porky's had, if you watched it, Porky's had like the Confederate flag in that movie,
and not only that, did it had a lot of very explicit sexual stuff on there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it would and we were just talking about the Dukes of Hazzard, you know, how it had the Confederate flag up there too, you know.
Yeah. Made it seem like it was a cool thing to have and all that stuff, man. It's like you see some of that stuff, man, nowadays, you just be like, wow, they actually aired that on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, even the theme, like the thing, that's Dixie. That's Dixie.
I posted something on my Facebook page probably like a week and a half ago, and it was talking about that of I think it was All in the Family, when George and his family actually moved out of the neighborhood and they started being, you know, rich or whatever with their own laundry company or cleaners, whatever. And basically, this was the first time that George and Wheezy met Tom and what's his wife's name?
Wheezy.
No. Tom Willis's wife.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can't call her name.
Yeah, but they met them for the first time.
Helen. That was her name, Helen.
Yeah, they met Helen and Tom for the first time and realized that Tom was white. And so Archie Bunker was there at the party, and he was like, wait a minute. He's like, they're gonna call him a honky in like 2 minutes, and then they're gonna call each other the nigger word. You know what I'm saying? Like, they said that shit openly back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yup. You're right.
You don't see that type of stuff on regular TV nowadays.
Nope.
I can't think of a show where I've heard them say nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's not like on a streaming platform like HBO or Cinemax or something like that. They don't say those words on Fox and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But back then,
better not.
right. So you know, it's just like it just shows how it's a change. Like even things like back then, like they didn't used to show. Like if you look at I think it's before Lucy and I Love Lucy. They didn't let the couple in the same bed with each other. They had two beds.
Yup.
That was my show.
Man, it's ironic that you bring this stuff up, man. Man, that's good stuff, man.
It's excellent stuff. You know? And I'm not even gonna get into Sanford and Son. You know, that was episode he was in court, and then he was asking them, you know, why don't you arrest white people? And he was like, where are the white people? There's enough N-words in here to make a Tarzan movie. You know?
Oh man, I think one of my favorite scenes from Sanford and Son is when not Rollo, Julio was like, Buenos dias. He said, beans and disease to you too.
But you know what though, man? It's you know what? That was the thing though, and we did not, as as black people, we did not get offended by that.
No.
But like now, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
We had tougher skin back then, bro.
We
Yep.
did. I'm gonna get on to the theme songs right quick, and then there was one, since we on this subject of shows that were a little bit tougher back in those days that we could put up with. Hold on, y'all know this show? Hold on.
Oh, I know that one.
Yo.
I think you were just mentioning that, Marzeo.
Yeah. All in the family.
All in the family.
Her voice.
I can almost do the voice. Man.
She
But,
said, "Those were the days."
man, what she had to scream though, man? Like she was on one, wasn't she?
Man.
She had a loud, annoying voice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
She was on one, boy. She was thinking that's all, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get on to the theme song portion. Some of the ones the kids didn't get right. So let me see if y'all can get them. Okay.
All right.
And isn't that Punky Brewster? Oh my gosh. I know that song.
Man.
Monica, you know what it is?
Is it Alf?
Yeah, that's who it is. You're right, Martell.
What do you say?
Alf.
Yep, it is Alf.
That's freaking Alf. God dog it.
Hey,
Man.
you know
Every
what?
every time I try to watch Ralph, I would get sleepy. It's like the scenery. I don't know why.
Man,
the scenery
you know
in
what?
the show was like
They had some sexual undertones in that damn show too.
Monica, that was MASH. When MASH came on, man, you knew what time it was. It was time to go to bed.
Yeah.
This show did, because that wasn't from my generation.
You
You guys know what I'm talking about with Alf, right? It has sexual undertones, right?
What talking about? We're eating the cat.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
Martin, man. That's my nigga right there. He gonna always remember some crazy.
Let's move on to the next song.
Look, hey, you know, look, we got kids in here, but I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
I'm sure it ain't nothing they ain't said in the group chats and
I was like, hey, just call me Alf.
Let's move on to the next song. All right, let's see if y'all get this one.
That's Chips.
Yeah,
That's Chips, God dog it. Hey, you know what, man? Chips, you know what? I had the DVD series, man, of Chips, man. Golly, man. Man, golly.
That was my oldest sister's favorite show.
Man, I like some Chips, man. And I ain't watched Chips until I got older. I ain't really like it until I got older.
Yeah, I just like the theme song too, and I like the fact they rode motorcycles. Like you didn't see them in police cars and shit.
Right.
Mr. Scott.
What's that?
Brother, look. You know how it is on Sunday when you get out of church and you gotta go and you going out to eat. Well, that's me. Mr. Scott, hey, this is what I'm gonna do for you.
Okay.
We're going to do this again. I want you to do this again. And I want you to do it on the Flavor in Your Ear podcast. I'm gonna step aside and you gonna be the host. We're gonna have to do this again, man.
I appreciate it, man. I'm honored, man.
Lamar, man, I hate that I missed the podcast yesterday, man. I had so much stuff going on. Some stuff that came up spur of the moment, man. I know
Bro,
coming in, man. I really hate that I missed it, man.
bro, you can always go back and watch the replay.
Okay,
It's on my page.
okay,
You-
I will.
yeah. Look, Mr. Scott, man, look, man, I appreciate you um to the fullest. I really do. But we gonna revisit this again, man, because this is good stuff. Like I said, man, 90s nostalgia, 90s nostalgia well, I guess as far as like TV shows, the TV shows in the 90s were almost better than the 80s. Because it was during the time. I'm gonna say this, and I gotta go. Beverly Hills 90210 and Saved by the Bell were the two shows that were real close and dear to my heart. Mainly only because of I graduated from Clarkston High in 9 Trey. Do you know that Saved by the Bell and Beverly Hills 90210 both graduated? Both of those two shows, those kids graduated in 90 and 93 as well. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know.
didn't know
remember.
that.
I remember.
And so those are the reason why those two shows are near and dear to my heart. But man, look, Mr. Scott, I will help you because I got more nostalgia stuff I can give to you, and man, we can rock this thing out. I promise. I want to do this again. But man, hey, love every last one of y'all, man. But like I said, we finna get ready to hop into this brick house buffet. And man, I'm finna get my eat on, man. Man, got fish and shrimp and all that stuff. And it's a buffet, y'all. It's a buffet. How many hey, y'all think
Go on with your hungry belly self. Go get your food. Go.
Heck yeah, look. It ain't too many buffets here in the United States, after the pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if
right,
you know what I'm saying. So
yeah, enjoy yourself. Spend that time with that, with your wife, and then yeah, we'll get together, man. See, I got subjects even while you was talking, like urban legends, the scenarios they have about the 90s shows, controversy behind the scenes with a lot of shows we didn't know was going on, the slangs that we used to use in 90s. Brother, I have a million things I can talk about when it comes to 90s and stuff.
Hey, well, look, man, like I said, man, love y'all. And, man, I'm finna go ahead and eat, y'all, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace out.
All right. I'll let you later, brother.
All right.
Yeah, when it comes to this stuff, there is so much. See, I wanted to basically have this in conjunction to where you can have a younger generation and the newer generation kind of combine together and talk about the same thing. But on Lamar's podcast, I might make it more adult oriented. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we was talking about something. Let me see. Did you? Okay. Well, Monica went through these pictures. Marzel, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Can you see these pictures? I want to show you right quick and see if you remember them. Any comments? You remember that?
No, not really.
Okay. What about this joint?
Yeah, I definitely remember that. I don't know the name of it, but I remember playing with one over my cousin's house.
Yeah, that's the thing. You had to really good in shape and stuff,
Yeah, you had to be able to balance on that, man. Yeah, I remember that.
What about our first cell phone?
Yeah. Yep. I remember that stuff too.
This is every girl in the 90s first laptop.
Yeah. That brings back memories of the first digital video games, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, them Tiger Electronics,
yes,
doohickeys. Ooh wee. And what about our first VR?
Oh yeah. Yep, I remember that too.
Now, what would you call these? There's been a controversy between all of us. What do you call these?
You know what? I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh my God. It's like just I guess that information is lost to time, you know?
Man, but it brings back a lot of memories, man.
Yeah, toys were on a different level.
Remember, they had the doll for little boys called My Buddy. You remember that?
Ooh.
I'm saying
They
I
made-
got one for Christmas. I got one for Christmas one, and as soon as I opened it up, I remember screaming and hollering, and I kicked the doll, and I thought it was Chucky, because that was the time Chucky came out. I will never forget that Christmas. My auntie, rest her soul, bought me a My Buddy doll, and I was screaming and hollering, and I tore that doll up too.
Hey, speaking of creepy dolls, David, show them your creepy doll.
I don't have it on me right now. I put it back in the living room.
Oh.
But I could grab it right now. It'll take like 2 seconds. Hold on.
Yeah, give it 2 seconds. Because it was a lot of toys that we played with in the 80s and 90s. And it was like these kids nowadays couldn't play with it because they wouldn't have the stomach for it, you know?
And the thing is, the kids today, they don't have an imagination like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a lot different.
The Steve.
The Steve-O.
Wow.
Yeah, Steve-O. Evil Steven.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
Does it talk? Does it have a screen in the back of it that you can pull?
It's broken.
Ah. There you go. There you go.
Well, it's broken, so it doesn't really make any noise, but
wow.
And the person that broke it said, "Did I do that?"
I think it's laughing, right? I don't know.
So, do y'all remember this guy? Monica, you remember him?
He was in a cartoon. Which cartoon was he in?
Nope, wasn't in the cartoon. He was an icon for a store.
Toys R Us.
Yep, Toys R Us. You remember his name?
Nah, I don't remember his name.
Marcel, you remember his name?
I couldn't even tell you.
Reggie.
Nope, not exactly. Start with a J.
George. John.
Did
Just no.
Nope.
Jim.
It was Jeffrey.
Oh.
Jeffrey the giraffe. So we're gonna run over a little bit of time since we started late. I'm gonna see if y'all can get these shows, and then we're gonna call it quits. This is one you play at your grandma if you're staying a weekend over your grandma's house. There's a couple of them.
And change your shirt.
Y'all remember that one?
No, I don't.
That was Dallas. Because I remember I used to, a lot of times we used to spend the night at our grandma's house. They used to play these type of, shows like this. Another one was, let me see. Hold on, where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at?
Is that Matlock?
That's Matlock.
That's my grandma's favorite show. Mm-hmm. If you're not going over it like that, you better put some.
Right. Because that had Andy Griffith in it from the Andy Griffith show. So old people used to watch that. You know what I'm saying? Religiously.
Yeah, that in the heat of night. My grandma.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was trying to find that as a matter of fact.
My grandmama liked to watch Jerry Springer. So. Jerry Springer goes down in history, doesn't it?
Yeah. Him and Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Because Yeah,
Is
Maury
Maury still
Povich.
living?
Yeah, he's still living. He's just
Okay.
not doing any new shows.
Okay.
So which one y'all like better, Maury Povich or Jerry Springer?
I would say Maury Povich because Maury Povich just seemed like his show was more real. I just seemed like Jerry Springer's was staged, and plus I know somebody who was on
Mhm.
there,
Oh,
and they paid them a little bit of money to act the fool. So
that is true.
yeah,
Here's two 80s shows that everybody gets confused. So I'm gonna play them one after the other. So what's this show?
I know it's a song after that beat.
What'd you say?
There's a song using that beat. I know that, but I can't think of what's the name of the song.
They did remake that. I think somebody redubbed it or something. Y'all
Mhm.
know the name of that show?
wait, play a little bit more of it.
Okay.
And I bet we'll be together for a million more.
Oh, it's like I started breathing on the night we kissed, and I can't remember what I ever did before.
Mhm.
Okay, Family Ties.
Family Ties. Yep.
Mhm.
And it had what iconic actor who played in Back to the Future?
Michael J. Fox.
Michael
If
J.
you,
Fox.
and the reason why I know that song, the reason why I know that song is because the autumn the vocal set up for the end like shana na na.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's some iconic theme songs. Now
yes.
that show is usually compared, and people ask which one was better, that show or this show.
That smile, show me that smile. Don't waste another minute on your
Okay, family. Uh,
Sorry.
that's damn, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Uh,
Growing pains.
growing
Growing
pain.
Pains.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes.
And it had what iconic actor who is now a Christian evangelist?
Cameron, Kirk Cameron.
Kirk Cameron. And this guy's son grew up to, well, he's a famous singer. But
Alan
his
Thicke.
dad, huh?
Alan Thicke.
Alan Thicke. Yep. So those two, out of those two shows, which one was better? Growing Pains or Family Ties?
I like Growing Pains more because they tackled a little bit more serious stuff than Family Ties did. Although they both were great shows, like you can't go wrong with either one of them. But I remember one iconic episode is when the older sister or the sister, her boyfriend got into a real bad car accident after drunk driving or something, and
Yeah.
he died, and it just showed the realism of how that how serious of an issue that was at that time.
Mm, yeah, I remember that episode. That was like one of those, clinching. It's when the
Yeah.
episode went off and there was no music at the end.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. 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 I
Ooh.
remember.
I hated them. A lot of those episodes where somebody died or something happened, and it make you think for the rest of the night.
Yeah. I don't really remember Family Ties tackling anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember them having a lot of real serious episodes, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. You know what's funny? The same thing when I brought up they said the same thing when I brought up the question on Facebook, which one was better, Cosby Show or Family Matters? And somebody said the exact same thing, is the Cosby Show didn't really tackle serious stuff like Family Matters. Do y'all agree?
I do agree. Yeah.
Huh.
That there was a lot of things. Now if you compare Family Matters and Different World, now that's really a debate because A Different World tackled a lot of things. They were the first show to really tackle HIV and all that stuff.
Let me put that down. Different world.
And then
Look,
also, you remember Life Goes On?
life goes on. Who was in that one? That's
The that was the first time they had a lead actor who was an actual mental retard, and
oh,
his name was Corky.
life goes on. Let me put that down.
Yeah, his name was Corky, and they tackled HIV in that show too because the young lady liked a boy who was HIV positive.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that means, man, you're bringing up some good points here, man.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Lamar is watching. He's like, we're gonna cover that. Because we're gonna have a meeting.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, when we get off here, not today, but if y'all want to, we start in the group chat. If y'all want to add like something like in the 80s and 90s shows we had controversy or things were a little bit different. There's some other ones. Y'all will actually get brownie points for me for knowing this show.
No, I don't know that one.
It's a cop show.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Do you know Monica?
Hill Street Blues.
Hill Street Blues. Yep. My God, David's on fire.
I was trying to think of them. I was thinking of that other one, Miami Vice, but it's a different show entirely. But like I remember, like the blue color.
Yeah, right. It was a good show as well. Let me see. Oh, Lamar was saying this one, a sleepy time show. You knew it was time to go to sleep.
Yeah, MASH. I don't think I've ever.
What'd you say?
I said that was MASH. I've never actually watched a full episode of MASH, man. I don't even know what it's about besides being in the army.
Yep, it was during the Korean War, and it had some controversial parts because it had one dude who kept dressing like a female trying to get out the military, and that was controversy at that time. I'm gonna go through a few more. I'm actually having fun with y'all trying to guess this. Let's see.
Is that NYPD Blue? Night Court?
Yep, Night Court. That was another great iconic show.
They try to bring that back, but I don't think that it lasted.
No, they have to put a different twist on it.
Yeah.
It has some great characters like what's his name? Brent Spiner, who played Data from Star Trek: The Next Generation. He did a reoccurring role in that one. You know what I'm saying? So this is one show. I promise there's going to be a few more, and we're going to get off. Did y'all find this? I mean, it was super popular, and it was okay, but I never seen why everybody loved it so much.
I think I know this one. That's about Friends. That's what it is.
Nope.
That's Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. All right, I'm gonna do one more, and then we're gonna get off. Let me see the last one. We're gonna. Oh, I want to do commercials too.
Face to face, a couple of silver spoons, hoping happened to find we're two of a kind. Make it a goal, make it grow together.
The name is in the theme song.
Is it Together?
No, it's Silver Spoons.
Oh.
So, we're gonna go ahead and get off.
Show.
Huh?
That's the first time I've heard of that show.
It's a good show. It's about a man who's really rich. He's really immature, and he found out he has a son, and he has to raise his son. And you know, of course, they're both super rich. You know, well, he's super rich, and he takes his son in. But I'm go ahead and end this. This has been a lot of fun, super fun. I'm gonna add some more stuff later. And Lamar says he wants to do it. Hold on 1 minute. I have something from private chat. Okay. Monica says she got to get off in 5 minutes. But as a matter of fact, we got to get off right now. I appreciate. Is there any comments, questions, any shout outs, anything that any of you want to say before we get off? Like any suggestions for a further episode or anything?
You didn't hear me? Okay, I was on mute. I said, let's do candy.
You said candy?
Candies from the I had some now laters yesterday, and I had some tweets. And let's like do candy or snacks. Like where the snacks, like where did they come from or what? Like I read that Martin Luther King, he liked pecan pie. That was his favorite. That was one of his favorite foods. So I think it'd be cool. Like when I'm bored, I read stuff like that.
Ooh. Yeah, that is I'm writing it down.
Yeah, like Laffy Taffies. How was it made? There's actually a taffy, what is it? A place here in Mississippi that makes taffy. I think it's in Collins, Mississippi. So they make actually homemade taffy.
Well, we both from Clarksdale. You know what snack food is made in Clarksdale that's sold just about everywhere in the United States, right?
And you know, I want to go. I would like to know, would they be willing to let some kids come in there and see how they do it? The skins.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The pork skins, Kim's.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. A lot of people. We need to do another. I did a episode on Clarksdale. If you want to join again, anything that anybody wants to do, all they got to do is request it. You know what I'm saying? So I did an episode on Clarksdale where it talks about the first Holiday Inn was in Clarksdale. All the stars who came from Clarksdale. This will be up your alley. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if anybody wants to get in on it, all you got to do is request something, and I'll do it. You know. Somebody wanted to do about religion next time. You know, some controversial stuff about religion. That's fine too. So whatever the people vote on, that's why I have those polls on Facebook. And whenever I have one, y'all immediately start voting, and you can suggest stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But that's an excellent suggestion. Them snacks and stuff like that. What you call that little? You open the stick up and eat the Kool-Aid out of it.
The Kool-Aid sticks.
Yeah, you remember those?
Sticks, yeah. And it's another candy that I never really got into it like that. The licorice, the fruit roll-ups. It was something.
It was okay.
Yeah. Long boys. My mom loved long boys.
Oh man. Yeah, it had the different cherry and apple flavoring. You know, one snack I really miss. I don't know if y'all ate it too. It was called Ninja Turtle pies, and it was like a pie, and then you eat it, and it has like green something in the middle of it.
Green filling, green like a ooze.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, exactly. And I missed that. And Ecto, it was like a Kool-Aid, and it was made from Ecto Coolers.
It was a high C.
High C, sure was. It was.
I never had it, but they re-released it, so I tried to get some of that when I could.
Man, next time they do, message me and let me know, because I sure want some more. You know, and every time they had like you were saying, every time they had something popular, they make a cartoon of it. They also made a cereal of it. You know,
Sure, yeah. Sure, like the Tricks, the Fruity Pebbles, Flintstones,
ooh,
and
yes,
what else
ma'am.
we had? The Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp, what cartoon did that?
Well,
Gummy bears with the
Give me some
eye.
cereal. I'm gonna give me some cereal now.
I,
Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes. What cartoon would we say Frosted Flakes?
oh, that's great.
Tony
It
the
was
Tiger.
Tony the Tiger. That's his name. Yes.
Yeah, sure was.
And then I don't know if y'all remember my homeboy. This is my ace. And I swear he's a black dude. Sugar Bear from Golden Crisp.
Oh yeah.
Here, I can't get enough of that Golden Crisp. I swear he's black. That was my homeboy. He used to beat up on sharks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if y'all remember the Nintendo cereal system.
You had 2 cereals, one Link and one Mario.
Right. It had, excuse me, Nintendo and the Legend of Zelda, I think. And you would open it up. It was a great time for all them cereals and snacks. I'm glad you brought that up, Monica.
We gotta say that one.
What'd you say?
We gotta say that topic.
Oh, we definitely go. It's so much that I could talk about from them generation. And the thing about it is, the generation nowadays is really reverting back to this time. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't listen to
COVID-19 did. I believe COVID-19 sent us back in time because that's all I feel. I went on a tour yesterday of Coahoma County. That's why I'm sleeping today. After yesterday, but Nars, I think I'm gonna retire from this what I'm doing because oh my god. Let me tell you. Yesterday the tour was an eye opener for me.
How so?
Because we toured the whole Coahoma County. It was some history that I was like, wow. Nobody would ever know that these things are here in the vicinity. And it was just amazing to see the coordination, and my eyes were awakened about some things, and I'm kind of in a little funky mood today, actually.
I want to give you props for everything you're doing, and I think that that the Clarksdale episode, if we do another episode on Clarksdale, you be a good person for that, because there's so much, like I think somebody was saying, you or somebody, there's so many facts about Clarksdale people just don't know. No. And they just think it's a whole raggedy town, and it's a lot to be done.
It's a lot of great history and great tradition here, until I don't know if anything will ever change, because if we change it, then the history and the substance and what's attracting the tourists can be tampered with.
Right. Ooh, even back I always bring this up. I put on Facebook all the time. I miss like the Magic Castle arcade and stuff that even came in the 90s. Arcades, that's another thing we could talk about. Like, because the kids nowadays have, all these video game systems and PlayStation. What's the Xbox? What is it? It's not 360. It's not one. What's the Xbox system, David, right now?
Xbox One S.
One S? And what PlayStation are they up to right now?
No, it's Xbox Series X and it's PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5 Series X. Okay. So video game systems just keep evolving, and it's not to the point to where people want to go to the arcade, because in our day, when we went to the arcade, that was the highest form of graphics that we could see on a video game. You know what I'm saying? Because we had Atari, which was a one-button controller, and you basically had like square pixels and stuff. Well, you went to the arcade and you could see like Ninja Turtles flipping around and all kind of stuff, So it was a wonderful time. And I'm not even Pizza Hut back in the day used to be a field trip for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
God, you remember the one in Clarksdale, Monica?
Yeah, I remember we could get, if you read 5 books at the end of the week, you get a pizza coupon. Or is it 10 books? Anyway, they participated in the reading book, and that was I got so many pizza. I think that, I miss that. We need Pizza Hut back. We really do.
Yeah, to sit in there and actually eat the pizza,
We need Pizza Hut back.
Man, it used to be a doggone like a family outing. You know what I'm saying?
Just to go to Pizza Hut. Yeah.
And that's another thing. Lamar was talking about that, how on the podcast last time, how we don't have like family outings, and we don't have like grandmas making Sunday dinner and all that stuff like that.
No, we don't. We used to do it. My family used to do Sunday dinner heavily, but did nobody want to help clean up? If the people cook, then somebody got to clean up. Or if the cooks are getting older and they don't, some things are getting phased out.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that on the podcast last time, Lamar's podcast, we were trying to figure out what's the solution. And the thing about it is, it's no simple solution,
No. I was talking to my aunt this morning about what I saw yesterday, and we were talking about the trip, and she was like, Monica, could Harriet Tubman fix it? I said, no. She said, did Martin Luther King fix it? I said, no. She said, well, man, what make you think you finna fix it?
Well, it can always help, you know what I'm saying? Like throw little nuggets out there to try to help towards it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Here's another podcast idea that I had started. Like I said, this is Sunday Night Fun, but this is basically where I play like old school games, and I have every arcade that they had at Magic Castle, I have it on my thing, and I have a bunch of games. I haven't even beaten them yet. And all these years I've had it, ever since the 90's when I had them, or the 80's, still haven't beat these games. So maybe as I play them, y'all could like be my coach, or if y'all wanted to, well, none of y'all in the Atlanta metro area. So, we could do a thing on that. Let me give a shout out to Lamar once again. Flavor in Your Ear podcast. He mentioned that, guys. I guess the best way to he has a website up here. You can also get on his Facebook page. I'm on that podcast. Monica's on that podcast. Lamar's on that podcast. It is a great podcast, so I want you guys to check that out when you can. Let's see other shout outs. Everest Productions. Tell us about that again, David.
That's my the studio that I'm part of, kind of, where I voice act on there, and a couple of my friend runs it, and it's pretty popular right now. They're doing some fan projects, and it gets really good stuff, doing good Star Wars stuff out of it. I play Robin on his stuff when he does his Batman stuff. Oh, no, I had one more question for you, Mr. Venaris.
Yes.
If you're still planning on doing the Cobra Kai one, please let me know when you're gonna do it, because I'm down to do that whenever you're able to.
Okay. We got one more person who wants to join. He works all the time, but my boy Fidelsky, he really wants to join. And like I said, this one won't be live because I would give away spoilers. Somebody could be scrolling and listen to it and give away spoilers. So it won't be live. We'll record it and put it on later. But I got some theories on what's going to happen on the last part of this thing. And I've been waiting to get it out. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can give y'all opinion about how the series has been going. So I'm going to message you when we're ready to do it. But I'm ready 24/7 for that one. Thank you for bringing that up. Let's see. Speaking of voice acting, I'm taking classes on AI, and I'm going to do a voice thing for my books, both Planet Furball and the Heretic Kitten and Blackjack and the Beanstalk. I know I've been saying that's going to go on for a while, but I haven't had the money, with the divorce and everything. It drained a lot out of me. But now I'm thinking of just doing AI characters. And all I need is some people to do some voiceovers for those two books. So if you're interested, let me know. You guys can always contact me if you have any ideas. If you're watching it on YouTube, it's KILLAKRANE Productions. This is what you put in YouTube, KILLAKRANE Productions. KILLAKRANE Productions at gmail.com is my email. Instagram, you can follow me at Vinaris, Vinaris, KILLAKRANE Productions. Another exciting announcement, I think I mentioned this before, and I really got to get this going because they're talking about doing a show. We're talking about a different world, and they're finna do some kind of show where it's Dwayne and Whitley's children. And I'm not really interested in that. It's probably going to be a smart remake. So I'm going to release my idea of what the modern day different world would be. So that's coming up. I also have my Family Matters, what a modern day Family Matters episode should be about, or movie, So if you guys have any ideas like that, I can create them for you. I usually work for free because I need, depending on, if it's overhead for me, I can't work for free. I'm not paying for your stuff. But if you need help, I will work for free. If you have like fan fiction ideas, we'll work together, So yeah. So if y'all have any ideas, I'll definitely work for you. Any other comments before we leave, or shout outs or anything?
None for me.
None for you? Okay.
The only thing I would say, it's been interesting coming back home and seeing what's been going on, and
yeah. Still thing. Okay. And Monica, if you ever, or David too, if y'all like watch a show or something and y'all be like, hey, can we talk about this on the podcast? Or hey, I just, another one I was thinking about doing, all these crazy videos that are going viral. If y'all want to talk about that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, yeah.
I talked about that Hot 2 girl a few weeks back too. Her crazy little butt.
I think it did calm down now. She got a lot of press off of that.
She showed a lot of money too. So anything y'all want, I'm trying not to do anything controversial. Like we did that one about politics, but that was just something I had to get off our chest, But I want to do fun stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, David, for showing up. I appreciate my daughter, Vanara. I appreciate you, Monica. I appreciate you, Mar, and I appreciate you, Marzell. Well, I'll join in today. It doesn't matter if y'all was late. You can show up at any time. It's 2 hours. So I'm still trying to decide. Please, y'all, let me know what y'all want to talk about on Friday. So far, the only thing that's been suggested is an individual to want to talk about religion and his idea about the end times and stuff. That's fine. But I'm going to do the poll again. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. So it'll be this Friday. Is everybody free maybe this Friday at 7 p.m.?
What's the date? I have to check the date.
It depends on what it is. If it's something I'm into, I'll probably do show up. I don't know.
Okay.
I know I won't have anything to do on Friday except do my studies, but like that's earlier in the day, not like 7 p.m. So it should be fine.
Okay. And here's the name of the podcast. For those who don't know, please go on Facebook and join my group, the KILLAKRANE. I'm going to delete my website because I'm not using it, and it's more effective to just use Facebook and YouTube. That's it really is a better way of me updating everything. Plus, my website is so primitive that nobody's going to look at it anyway. So get on my Facebook the Killer Crane Speaks On, and my YouTube page, which is called Killer Crane Productions. Okay. Well, and David, I would just keep on the Facebook page. So if I say I'm planning on doing a podcast on this, and you want to do something else, just let me know. You know. That is all I have. I thank y'all. We went over like 36 minutes, but that's fine. Thank y'all for watching, and y'all have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. See y'all.
Take care.